Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of One Piece, which is on episode 958. Now, this episode right here was actually really nice. I really appreciate the fact Toei did some work on this episode to show the big backstory, And I appreciate the fact that Toei is making some improvement here and there, even though the pacing really sucks in the anime. Although, me and many others are nitpicky about that, and many others will be dropping the anime because, for many reasons alone. I still appreciate the fact of what it does, So if anything else, let's just get this started. After the big recap and opening, which I always enjoy listening to One Piece's new opening, I thought it was really nice to see Sakazuki and Fujitora talking to each other. Fujitora believes that even with the abolishment and the destruction of the Seven Warlord system, we have to put our trust in the SSG, which is known to be the special science group of the Marines, I think this might turn the tide. It depends how big the brain is. I mean, when you have a science group and they make a lot of crazy experiments and weapons or maybe something else beyond comprehension, you will know that this is no freaking joke. I mean, it all depends if they got the resources, Sakazuki talks to Fujitora saying that this is a bad time right now because Kaido and Big Mom just freaking teamed up, And it is a bad time because, when you had the Seven Warlord system, they actually sometimes turn the tide of battle every now and then. Think about that time with Marineford arc. They fought against the strongest man in the world, which is freaking Whitebeard himself, Edward Newgate, etc. And they managed to at least hold his army at bay a little bit here and there, but still. That aside, we get to see Sengoku talks about the Rocks Pirates to the other Marines in one room, And this is a big history, because this Rocks Pirates group was led by someone named Rocks D. Sebek or something, however you pronounce his name. All we know is that this guy was a notorious pirate that caused a lot of terrorist actions, and they will be covered up by the world government because how threatening and how chaotic it is. But there was one time that one incident happened on the God Valley incident that Sengoku mentioned, It happened all on that day when Garp himself fought the Rocks Pirates himself and became a hero in all time. And we also get to know more history about Garp, The reason why he didn't want to become an admiral is because the moment you become an admiral is the moment you become a direct subordinate or a direct subordinate to the Celestial Dragons. And we all know about the Celestial Dragons. They're pieces of freaking filthy maggots that doesn't deserve to be around, I mean, spoiled as they are, etc., whatever the case may be, yeah. And we have to it that Garp doesn't talk about that incident much because Garp had to team up with Goldie Roger. Like Goldie Roger, the guy who would become king of the pirates and take on the Rocks Pirates and destroy them, And we get to know that the Rocks Pirate had a lot of notorious figures onto that crew. That's Whitebeard, Edward Newgate, Kaido, Big Mom, and freaking pretty much like Kaido, freaking like Kaido, Whitebeard, freaking like Big Mom, Kaido, Whitebeard, Big Mom. Those guys were big notorious figures on the Rock Civic Pirates, They were no joke, etc. And eventually we get to know of Goldie Roger having to team up with Garp to defeat the Rocks Pirates and separate them for good, And we get to know a little bit more about about the Yonko themselves, especially with the new bounties here and there, etc. Things kind of gotten differently in a different path here and there. That aside, we get to know Blackbeard, he is the recent new Yonko and he has the bounty of 2,247,600,000 berries. As for Shanks, he has 4,048,900,000 berries, And then Big Mom, 4,388,000,000 berries. And freaking Kaido, man, 4,600 11,100,000 berries. And then as for the other warlords, they apparently like they don't know what their bounties are, but one thing was sure, like they're not a joke anyway, and that they can't summon them no more. Not to mention they had to rely on the SSG, which is known to be the Special Science Group, in order to like tip the balance of scales. But we also get to know Whitebeard and Goldie Roger, you know. Whitebeard, Edward Newgate, 5,046,000,000 berries. And freaking like Goldie Roger, 5,564,800,000 berries, you know. They were freaking big. They were such a big scene here and there. Except now with Kaido and Big Mom teaming up, their bounty surpasses that of Whitebeard and Goldie Roger, you know? Well, not entirely. As single individuals, they couldn't surpass them at all. I mean, Whitebeard's the strongest man in the world. How you gonna handle that? And of course, Kaido is the strongest creature, but whatever the case may be. As for Goldie Roger, we all know that. But that aside, we have to it that Sengoku tells him about Wano whatsoever, but Sakazuki stops Sengoku and says, "Look, man, we don't got the resources and time to even waste any situations with Wano. Okay, we're already in deep events with all that's going on right now, especially with what's happening." But Sengoku talks to Sakazuki about the situation, you know, about like about Oden Kozuki, because apparently he somehow is involved with the event that's transpiring in Wano right now. Don't you think it's a coincidence? Do you think this is a coincidence or all set up? And then by that time, it looks like to me, after Sengoku walked out, it looks like Sakazuki might be hinted to maybe take action very soon, but we don't know. So anyways, this episode right here was about the Rocks Pirates, you know, history about Garp and then Goldie Roger and the bounties of all the four sea emperors, you know, etc. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what's happening in the next episode and the ones after that, because we are about to get to the big event that many manga readers, especially myself, have been waiting for. I have been waiting for that event for a very long time, you know, ever since that opening whatsoever, you know. It was only a matter of time that it was gonna show up, and I can't wait to see Toei doing. I hope Toei will do a good job handling that event, you know. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm off the Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.